Are you okay that he's tall and all that?
I'll take some of that.
Right.
Thanks for arranging this, Colin.
No worries.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Go on.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Got the hand sanitizer going.
It's free.
So Dudley, thanks for. Well, I've got gloves on, but thanks for letting me come out to film a workout.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, we're out here in Glasgow, and we've got your squad in the background here. It's a massive squad. Who's at training today, and what are you guys doing for training?
Today the session is 10 times 1 minute,
Yep.
with 1 minute recovery. It's an easy air session, a fast air session. Easier because of, well, the time of year it is. I think they'll all be full of turkey,
Yep.
etc., etc. So it's really just a getting together. We have invited a lot of the athletes who had previously trained with us. They're all still club members, but for a variety of reasons, they're training elsewhere, university, etc. So they've all accepted the invitation for today, and they've all appeared. So yeah, very pleased with that.
Yeah, Boxing Day. I mean, day after Christmas. They've
Yes,
obviously, they're determined.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 10 by minute. What's the recovery in between the minutes?
A 1 minute easy jog.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are we doing it on this really undulating course here?
It is, yes.
Yeah. It's really hilly.
Up the hill, across, down,
Yep.
head up the hill, is just round the direction they're going at the moment.
Yep.
Up to the top, take a left along, take a left down,
Yep.
round the clump of trees and back to here.
Okay.
It's approximately 600 metres.
Okay. A loop is 600 metres.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. And I see, which athletes are here today that maybe some of the viewers might know or have heard of?
Well, he's not. He has accepted the invitation, but I don't think he's here yet. Neil Gourley.
Yep. Yeah. I'm familiar, yeah.
International 1500 metre runner.
Yeah. 335, 336.
Yeah. He's down at that level.
Yep.
We've got Hamish Armitt, who ran recently in the Euros across in Dublin.
Yep.
We've got Erin Wallace. She's been the Commonwealth Games Youth 1500 metre champion and various other titles, too numerous to mention. Erin's accepted the invitation. We've got Duncan Robinson, who is the sort of fairy tale athlete of the year. He made his name primarily with canicross, with his dog. And he came along to start training with us, and immediately we realised this guy's awfully good.
Yeah.
So within 3 races, 3,000 metre races, he was running in Tallinn at the European Under-20 Championships, where he acquitted himself exceptionally well. An enormous talent, currently coming back from injury, but he's come along today and he's training with the group.
Awesome, good to hear.
Yeah.
Conditions are pretty still, probably about 3 or 4 degrees, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty standard for a Glasgow training day.
Yes,
in the morning.
This is actually tropical today.
Cool. And of these athletes that you mentioned, are any of them racing soon? Cross country, indoors, anything like that coming up?
Of the athletes I've mentioned, the international athletes, I'm trying to think who's running at the moment and what they're running in. I think a few of them have been selected for the Scottish team across at the, what's the name of the event? It's the
Indoor?
No, it's a UK Cross Challenge, but it's also an England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. That's across in Belfast.
Okay.
Whether that's going to be on or not, that's on the 22nd of January. Whether it's on or not, that's another matter.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Looking forward to the workout.
The older international athletes, there's quite a good crop of current Giffnock athletes, under 15s, under 17s, lots of Scottish champions.
Yeah. I mean, before we put the camera on, you were basically not introducing me, but pointing to all the athletes in the circle over there.
Yeah.
And there was the Scottish under 17 champion, the Scottish under 16
yeah.
champion. It sounds like most of Scotland's best junior distance runners are in this squad.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the recent West District Championships, we took all 6 age group titles, which is, I don't think that's been done before.
Okay.
So I've told them if they win all 6 of the Scottish titles, I'll retire at that point.
Colin will take over.
My work here is done. The guy at the Jazzy Top, that's Hamish Armitt.
Yeah, so you've known Colin, you've known these guys for a while. What's your affiliation with this group?
Yeah, so mostly I know Dudley. They coach there through Scottish Athletics courses, so we do coach development, so we tutor the coaching courses for Scottish Athletics. I know a few of them through the grapevine, a few of the lads as well, just do running circles.
It's like Archie and Joe
And I
went
heard,
to
well, you told me that Duncan is coming out to train with you.
Duncan's just booked his flights last night,
Yeah.
so he's
Did
jumping
you
on the same
influence that
flight as
decision?
me.
Or, yeah, or,
We had a good chat about it.
will it be his first time?
It'll be his first time. You know what Kenya's like. Makes a man, obviously. He's only 20. He'll grow up fast.
Yeah, he will grow up very fast out there. Yeah, for sure. So you're off in 3 weeks?
3 weeks time.
Yeah.
At
What are you
that
looking
hill
at there?
actually, so.
Yeah, we've got a few things lined up, so we'll catch up with a number of top athletes out there.
Jake
Get a
and Jane.
good bit of, yeah, we'll get the Robertson guys. We'll catch up with Gillian. We've got things planned with Abel Curry, Edith Chilimo, quite a few of them. So a few good groups out there as well, which we'll catch up with.
Are you able to share on the camera what you do with them more specifically, or is that something that people should contact you about?
Yeah, so we do quite a bit of strength and conditioning stuff with them in the gyms that are there. We call them gyms. And yeah, we'll go out in the vehicles with and do a bit of coaching while we're out there. We'll do a bit of work with the coaches as well. So
Now, I didn't prepare you for this question, but if people want to learn more about you and what you do, how can they contact you?
yeah, so they can get me through some social media channels. So
I'll link them in the YouTube.
yeah, get them in the usual social media stuff.
Yeah, so you can see it in the description down there. All right, cool. All right,
Cool, man.
let's film this workout. Cool.
Come on, Ben, you can do this. Try and make it continuous. Just left, right, left. That's it. And once you get here, just turn the jaw back again, please. Step forward and again. To me, you'll do nicely.
So you just said before off camera, there's a waiting list to get in this club, and there's 600 kids.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really that involved to know, but I'm pretty sure there's 600 on the books and a waiting list to get in.
We'll cross check the building in a sec.
Yeah,
that's huge.
it's impressive.
Why do you think? What's
Possibly a few things. I think the club's got a really good reputation, especially at junior level, because they do create a lot of really good athletes. They've got a really good infrastructure. You can see the number of coaches that are here tonight, and they've got a lot of, a lot of bookings at tracks, etc. to utilise. But also, it's quite an affluent area of Glasgow, so kids are encouraged to do a lot of sport, which is great.
I normally book Sullivan.
Have they started?
Yeah, I think just like a minute at the start.
Oh right, yeah, okay.
Mine's the same with me, Ben takes his time getting through.
This is the first interval. This is rep number 1.
Rep 1, yes.
Yeah. So they're doing laps of this 600 metre loop, just minute on, minute jog. Yeah.
I did that.
Do you know that was coming? Do they normally change directions halfway through?
Depends on the mood of Dudley.
Depends on the mood.
Sometimes
Is it? Does that mean he's in a good mood, or?
No, it's
just-
so that the ones who are not MD to chase then have somebody to chase.
Right. Yeah, fair enough.
So it's quite good from that point of view, you know, because it always helps when you're training if you're chasing somebody.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Alistair, you alright, sir?
Looks like he's okay, Dudley. He's carried on.
You just gotta go faster now.
Straight back into it.
He's the current Scottish Schools Cross Country champion.
There you go.
Exactly.
Neil, thanks
All right.
thanks for coming out for the workout. You've got a little calf strain at the moment. Would you have normally joined this session today?
No, Dudley's sessions are way too hard for me. No, it's been a while since I've trained with the young Giffnock North guys, but when I'm back, I make an effort to come by and support and what have you, and see all the familiar faces, because this is where I got my start.
Yeah.
Was here
That's what I've heard.
with these guys, so it's all the same sort of familiar faces coaching.
Yeah.
And then new fresh faces coming through that are getting quicker and quicker every year. There's such amount of depth of these young Giffnock guys.
So this club and this sort of training program essentially set you up to go into the NCAA system. Is that accurate?
Yeah. I went from here to the NCAA system. That's kind of definitely the order. I was here. I think I was 9 years old. I joined the club.
Nice.
And through teenage years, did okay, but didn't really make breakthroughs. Just kind of stuck at it.
We'll try and get them coming in the background as you're talking.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. Yeah. Okay. So you're here from 9 through until I guess probably 17, 18.
Yeah, it's right, and just sort of slowly made progress. I was never maybe the best of the Scottish athletes, but got sort of better and better year on year. And by the time I was 16 or 17, was doing okay, but never one of the sort of top guys in the UK. So the NCAA ended up being that great sort of middle ground, or just a bridge where I could maybe focus on the sport for a few years and get big opportunities that are there, and some great coaching. So it only made sense to go there and take the sport a little further. Because if you're not one of those 2 or 3 sort of funded athletes, then I think it's just the best breeding ground, and people just get so much better there so often.
So you ended up being 4th at NCAA in the mile indoor and 5th at the outdoor 1500.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you even improved post that to
Yeah,
run
yeah.
now 335.
335 was my best.
335?
Yeah.
Nice. So what has training been like for you over the last couple of months? I know that now you're sort of having a little bit of a niggle, but what's been going on?
Yeah, no, just taking a couple of days off just now. It's nothing
minor.
major, pretty
Yeah.
minor. But no, I'd just been in Flagstaff, Arizona quite recently. I'd done a camp there for 5 weeks and come down. Off the back of that camp, things had gone particularly well. I wasn't even planning on racing, but the training had been kind of going so well that raced in Boston, the BU indoor race. It was a 5k and ran a big PB there.
Was that the race that Ollie ran?
Yeah, Ollie was in the first heat actually. I was only in the second
Right.
heat. I'm not much of a 5k runner,
Right.
but ran 13:34 in the slow heat, I suppose.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And yeah, it took about 30 seconds off my 5k PB there.
Was that the first time sub 14?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so
34.
yeah, just
That's
kind
amazing.
of skipping all over the 1350s and 1340s.
Yeah.
But no, I knew that the sort of strength had come around a bit, particularly training Flagstaff. I'd made a lot of gains there, so I wanted to test it out. and felt good there. So yeah, I was pleased with that.
Awesome. So what's coming up for you in the next few months, or what's in mind?
Indoor season is
Yeah.
still to completely decide what that's going to look like. It'll certainly be at least 3 or 4 races, and maybe with a view to coming back here and competing in Birmingham at the British Trials, and then hopefully if do well there, the World Indoors. But we'll see. I don't know. It might be the case where I just stay in the US and race 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
We'll have to have that conversation with my coach and see what's what.
And so if you stay in the US, is it Flagstaff?
Yeah. I'll be going. Well, I'll be going up to Flagstaff next week, actually, the 30th, 29th. So really just a few days. I'll be up there for 4 weeks, and then come down to sea level kind of end of January to get more of the specific work in prior to the championships.
Okay. Mark Scott will be up there in Flagstaff. He told me the other day. So
Yeah.
you might be able to do some running with him.
Yeah, I know Mark.
Yeah.
I'll see him when I'm up there. That'll be good.
Dudley sit through
I actually spent some time with him last year. Yeah, last year.
Guys coming through in the background. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spent some time with Mark last year in Mexico. We got some training, and that was when there were some sort of strict rules on entering the US.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, how can we get in if we can't be in Europe for the last 14 days? So what we did was go to Mexico.
Yeah. Mexico City.
Yeah,
altitude?
well, that's where we arrived in Mexico
Yeah.
City. And actually spent 10 days in a training centre in this place called La Loma. Anyway, it had been recommended to Mark. I think Shalane Flanagan actually recommended it to Mark. Stayed there. It was great, actually. We, get some great training in there, and it made sense because then we could just get to the US after that, because we weren't in Europe for the past 14 days. The sort of silly rules that were in place at that
Nice
time.
little quarantine / holidays / training camp.
/ holiday / training camp. Yeah, it covered all the bases.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got to see Mexico.
Cheap too. Nice and affordable. Yeah.
Yeah, the food was great
Yeah.
and cheap, and Mexico City was pretty amazing. It's somewhere
It's good elevation there too.
Oh yeah, it's
my
over 7,000
girlfriend's
feet.
from Mexico City, and it's like 2,100, 7,000.
Running there was hard, and you
yeah.
also got the smog of the city and everything. It was pretty hard to breathe up there. That was one of the hardest places I've probably been to train.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it was good fun. Somewhere we wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Yeah. So maybe a minute or two on training. I guess that's what people watch these videos for. What is? Do you log it on Strava, or do you log it anywhere that people can see it, or do you keep that to yourself?
No, I'm not on Strava, not because I think I'm secretive at all. I'm just not really that organised
yeah, fair enough.
to get to put everything on there. And so much of my training is broken up that it would be weird to even log it on there. I don't know how the splits work and everything like that. It would look funny with all the splits, but no, I don't log on Strava. I mean, I just keep a log, a physical log. I'll write it down, send it to the coach, that kind of thing.
Yeah. What sort of mileage are you doing at the moment?
At the moment, it was in Flagstaff certainly it was about 80 miles a week. 80 to 85 is kind of the highest I'll go, and that's typically two or three sessions in a week and a long run. So just now the schedule's been on Tuesday. It'll be kind of tempo, hill-based, tempo or flat kind of tempo stuff or K-reps, that kind of thing. So threshold. And then Friday, I've been doing hills recently. That was certainly the schedule in Flagstaff was to do some pretty hard hills on a Friday, and then long run Saturday.
Okay.
So that's pretty typical.
Before your
The winter base anyway.
Yeah, sure. Before your 5K, 13:34.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there any sort of workout or anything that you thought, oh, I'm ready to do a good 5K? Like, was there anything that indicated to you that? Because obviously, if you're on 13:34, you obviously went. I didn't watch that race, but I'm assuming you went out at that pace, which is ambitious because it was much faster than the PB.
Yeah.
Like, what told you that you were ready to go about that pace?
I don't think it was any one workout. It was kind of everything. You kind of get
Everything
a
was
sense if
progressing.
everything feels quite good. That's when you know you're in the right place. Not necessarily hitting fast splits, but feeling really good hitting fast splits. That's when you kind of know things are feeling good. Things are in the right place fitness-wise. So there were some hill workouts that went well, but I mean that doesn't necessarily translate into a 5K.
Hill
It was
workouts
all
you
very
can't
strength-based stuff. But in Flagstaff, I've often struggled with certain kind of sessions, like doing kilometre reps off of a minute and mile reps off of 90 seconds, that kind of thing, and they just came a lot easier than in the past. So there wasn't anything that I don't think I was setting the world on fire by any means in any session, but those went well, and feeling good is when you really know that you're in the right place.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, hopefully we can get a workout with you at some point, maybe in
Absolutely,
2022.
yeah,
we'll see.
yeah.
I'm in Flagstaff quite a bit. I mean, I live in Boulder, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I mean, I went down to Flagstaff 5 times over the period between May and September. So, yeah, hopefully catch you out there at some point next year.
Yeah, that would be great.
Cool. Awesome.
I'd love to have you.
Yeah, sweet. Sounds good. Okay, so Erin, this is also your past training group. So thanks for coming out for the workout for us to have a quick chat. You've been to South Africa for a training camp recently, and you're heading back out. How's everything going for you on the training front?
Yeah, it's been going really well. Like, obviously everything's been a bit disrupted recently, and there was a bit of a situation in South Africa where we got red listed when we were out there, so we had to come back and isolate and stuff. But apart from that wee blip, it's been going quite well. I've just been more consistently training, and I was kind of hoping to do a few more cross country races, but it's not really worked out that way. So, and cross country season's over now, so but maybe it's for the best. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So you were third last year at under 23 European champs?
Or 2021.
2021. This year, sorry, should I say? And you ran 4:07. Not at that race, but a different race. So obviously progressing pretty quickly to that Olympic qualifying time in the teams, and you were second at the trials. What are your goals in this coming year? Do you want to share them on the camera? If you don't want to share them, maybe you can just talk about like what you might be doing in the next year.
What I might be doing.
Well,
I'd love to make the I'm like 0.2 off the call me time, I think. So I'd love to at least make that, and then I don't know. I mean, obviously the 1500 is just so competitive.
Yeah.
So you don't really know.
You've got Adele Tracy, you obviously got Laura.
And then people in the 8 are also really good at the 15. You don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, Alex
and there's only, Alex Bell, even like Ellie Baker, like people like that. Yeah. So I would love to run the qualifying time and then just see. I feel like I'm quite a good championship racer, so hopefully if it came to it, I would be able to make the team, but for world champs. But we'll just see how indoors goes and then start outdoors and then see.
Yeah, cool. And so everyone watches this, I think, most people that watch this channel want to learn more about training and what professionals are doing so they can learn bits and pieces. What does your training look like in a nutshell?
In a nutshell,
I know it's probably different now to what it will be in the summer, obviously, but like what's base training look like right now for you in terms of volume and workouts and so on?
Kind of like 3 sessions a week, 1 circuit session, 2 or 3 runs in between, and then I do some cross training as well. But our training is all, within our group it's all slightly different between everyone, but I've been running about 25-30 miles a week, which is quite a lot for me. So
25
miles
a week?
Yeah.
That's very low, isn't it?
Compared to most people it is. But
how many days a week is it?
6 actually. I've only just started running 6 days a week this winter, so that'll be quite good if I can maintain that into the summer and then see how it progresses. Yeah,
that will surprise a few people. I think that's very low. 25 to 30 miles, 45 to 50 kilometres, and you've run 4:07.
Yeah, I've always came from like a low mileage background, so I think I'm just kind of like continuing through that, and then hopefully if I start running more, I will get faster as well. Yeah. So I feel like there's hopefully more to come, but I don't know. Yeah, for sure. What's your long run? How long is your long run? I'm doing 50 minutes today, but like when I was running
15?
50.
50.
Yeah.
Obviously not 15. That would be your warm up probably. Yeah. Okay, 50 minutes.
But that's the most consistently I've held 50 minutes for like a long time. So like last year it was more like 35-40, and so I've now been consistently doing 50, so hopefully I can just hold that the rest of the winter and then progress it in a few months' time. Cool. Sure.
Okay. Well, we hope to film a workout of yours at some point.
Yeah,
maybe you can convince Laura. I don't know. I know that there's a bit of complication with quarantining and so on. But anyway, all the best for the following year. Hopefully see you again soon.
Yeah, see you again soon. Thank you.
Hiya.
How'd it go?
It went really well actually.
Yeah. 600 metre laps, minute on, minute off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you don't really take any notice of the pace.
No, I don't focus on pace.
So hilly.
It's hard to keep a rhythm. But for the minute ons, I was trying to go as close to tempo pace as I could, and then steady off. And then we had the big groupers at the end, so that was keeping everyone going. It was good. I had a little bit more left in the tank, but I can use them in the weeks to come.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Colin told me that you just booked a flight to Kenya.
Yeah, I did. Last night.
You're going with him? Yeah.
I was sitting watching
nervous?
Harry Potter. Yeah, I am pretty nervous actually.
Colin said you're going to grow up. I mean, he wasn't indicating you're not growing up, but he said you're going to grow up quick out there. Is that
Yeah. By the time I get back, I'll have a big beard.
Yeah, most likely. So, what have you heard about Kenya, and what do you think? What are you looking forward to?
I've heard there's just like endless trails to run on. There's just like a big running culture up there, and altitude really helps with training. And when you get back to sea level, you're really fit, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to the experience of seeing how simple the life is out there. Just want to experience that no matter what.
I'm glad you said that because it's very simple.
Yeah.
Are you going to Iten?
Yeah, we are.
So you're going to the same place,
Cause sometimes down here there's lots of distractions and there's so much going on. Whereas I'm looking forward to just focusing fully on running and obviously getting my college work done as well. But running will be the #1 priority out there. So that's fun. I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be January to mid-February, or mid-January to mid-February.
So I was about to ask how long you're going for.
Yeah, so 4 weeks.
And will you come back and race indoors?
I think when I get back, the Scottish National Cross Country will be just over a week. I think it's 11 days after that, so that'll be the next race, I think.
So I think you'll be nice and light and fit after the
Super skinny.
the month of plant-based for the most part.
Yeah. I'm actually used to that. I don't eat too much meat, so.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, there is meat out there, but it's sort of harder to get and harder to find.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you staying?
We're not sure yet, so we're still waiting on what Colin says.
Yeah. I find that if you stay at guest houses, there's less meat, but if you stay at the Lornas, there's probably more. But yeah. I recommend the guest houses.
We'll try to get one of them.
Yeah, cool. Well, Angus is out in Kenya, so he might film a workout of yours if you're interested.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. We'll see. Cool. Well, thanks for having me out. Appreciate it, man. All the best in Kenya.
Thank you.
Cool.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, same with you. So Hamish has finished his long cool down.
Yeah. Hamish.
Oh, you're gonna, so I know, give you, there you go.
Yeah, wait, the nose fix.
Have a quick chat. How's the workout for you, Hamish?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, your hair looks good. Your hair looks fun.
Yeah, it's the first time we came and did I've done a Giffnock session again. Like when I was younger, we used to do these every week.
Yeah.
So now it was really good. It's nothing. Especially here because it's so hilly. So it's really good. It's good to see everyone again, like Dudley and everything, because they coached us when we were moving up to the age groups until under 17, and then so it's really good.
Yeah. What have you got coming up in the next month or two?
Maybe a few indoors, just depending. Just seeing everything that's happened just now with a lot of stuff are getting cancelled. But we're meant to be going away because my main sport's kind of triathlon. So we're meant to be going away for 2 weeks to Portugal. Fuerteventura. So but we're not sure if that's going to go ahead now. So we're just really playing it by ear. But I want to do a few indoors and then definitely some road 5Ks as well. So.
Okay, cool, awesome. All the best for the upcoming season, man. And hopefully
Cheers.
we'll join you on a workout at some point next year.
I know, definitely.
Sounds
Cheers.
good.
Thank you.